Good morning, guys. It's Nick at Optima PS. Once again, thank you very much for coming back to my channel. It really is appreciated. As ever, if you like what I say today, please do punch that like button, share, like, subscribe. Also, please drop me any comments you can. Any comment is greatly appreciated. Actually, I'm responding to someone's comment this video. They pointed out in the last video I did that I came across rather quiet. So I've turned my microphone right up. So I apologize if I'm blowing your eardrums out right now. I'm trying to talk that a little bit louder to make sure you can all hear me without straining. So hopefully that helps. So before I get into today's video, I just wanted to throw in my normal disclaimer. My name's Nick. I am a financial advisor, but I'm absolutely not your financial advisor. So anything I say or do today shouldn't be taken as financial advice. It's just me sharing an opinion on the internet in the hope that you take some value. So getting into the video. Today's video it's something that's been a bugbear of mine for quite a while. It's something I see on social media all the time where people are, I'm going to say, misunderstanding the concept of market cap and how that is or is not, in fact, a restriction on future performance of any asset. In this particular case, it's XRP. That's why I'm addressing it. But basically what happened is somebody popped up on social media platform X, and what they said was, I predict XRP is going to hit about $10 in the near future. And a guy who I'm certain means absolutely well, or person, I suppose, I don't know this guy, someone I think meant absolutely well with their response. They weren't trying to be anything but helpful, said, I disagree. What they actually said was 500 billion has to flow into XRP to hit $10. No one sane believes this is possible. Now, first off, to address that point, I hope I'm sane, but I definitely think it's possible. I absolutely am certain that far more than 500 billion will flow into XRP, perhaps not in the next month or two, and maybe that's what our friend here meant, is that it won't flow into XRP in the near future. But I absolutely think it will flow into XRP eventually, far more than that, way in excess of that. I think it'll be in the tune of trillions will flow into XRP eventually. But in this particular case, that's not what I'm addressing. I'm addressing the fact that he says 500 billion has to flow in order for XRP to hit $10, which I disagree with. So I popped up and I said, no, it doesn't. The last purchase price of a single XRP needs to be $10 to reflect a 500 billion market cap. In brackets, assuming 50 billion circulating supply. He's referred to the 50 billion meaning circulating supply, but actually market cap is calculated on total supply, not circulating. So in this case, it would make a $1 trillion market cap for a $10 XRP. But 500 billion doesn't need to flow in. Let's use the 500 billion number. I said, but 500 billion doesn't need to flow in order to create that market cap number. This is the biggest misconception when it comes to market cap. Example, if supply of XRP were restricted to just one XRP available for sale right now, in brackets, I put all the rest being hodled. It doesn't matter. They could all be burned or anything else. But if all the rest were not available for sale and only one was, you could sell that one XRP for $10. But the rest have all been sold for, example, I use 60 cents, which is today's price. So in this scenario, everyone else in the world is hodling XRP. I sell one for $10. All the rest were bought for 60 cents. The market cap, using his number of a 50 billion circulating supply, the market cap would reflect at $500 billion because it's based on the last sale and only on the last sale. But significantly less money had actually flowed into XRP in order to get to this point. So I've done the maths on it. 30 billion and $9.40 in this scenario is what would have flown into XRP. It's actually less than that because most of those XRP were bought for lower than 60 cents. That's today's number. A few days ago, it was 55, right? So it's actually less than that, but I've used the 60 cents just to give us a base for the calculation. He did then pop back up. And again, he said the idea that a few sellers or one high price trade can drive the entire market cap of XRP to $10 is flawed because it doesn't account for the overall market depth, liquidity, or continuous buying and selling dynamics. Absolutely correct, my friend. I 100% agree with the statement that let's go back to it again. The idea that a few sellers or one high price trade can drive the entire market cap of XRP to $10 is flawed because it doesn't account. Yes, I agree that it's flawed. It's entirely flawed. But the idea that it can is the slight discrepancy there because it does. It is flawed. It's stupid. I always say market cap is the most flawed way of valuing any asset because it's only based on the last sale. I don't know what else they could base it on. Maybe an average of the last, the last year's sales or something like that would be more sensible. But they have to base it on the last sale because that's how the calculation works. And so I popped back up and I said, that's kind of my point. Market cap is absolutely flawed. As such, it's never an accurate way to work out required inflow, because that's what I think most people, not just this guy, by the way, who, again, I have absolute respect for, and I'm sure he meant very well. Most people in this sector get muddled up between market cap and required inflow. The market cap is the current total supply times by the last sale price. The inflow is what everyone has bought at over the last X many years in order to drive the price to this current point. So, as such, it's never an accurate way to work out required inflow. Of course, it's unrealistic to base market price on the last sale alone, as there will likely be another sale at a different price very soon, just like there was one at a different price the one before. But that is the calculation, and that's why it's so flawed. Assuming the total inflow would need to be the market cap times circulating supply is entirely inaccurate, though. It just is. It's a different conversation. It's a different calculation because it's an accumulation. So inflow is an accumulation of every single unit sale price going back, which in a rising market, brackets, most markets rise over time, is most likely a significantly lower number than the market cap number, and is always certainly a significantly different number than the market cap. It just is. Unless, that is, we're dealing with a constant price with zero fluctuation. So with a stable coin, for example, every US dollar stable coin is roughly $1 a coin, right? That's how they work. So realistically speaking, you can say the market cap is the total supply times the sale price, times the last sale price, because in theory, if it's a truly stable coin, every single one should have been sold for $1. That's how it works. That's the only time. So in a falling market, market cap numbers might be significantly lower than the actual inflow. In a rising market, they're normally significantly higher than the inflow. The simple fact is they're two separate calculations, and the market cap does not reflect how much money needed to be input into that investment. It just doesn't. Dictionary definition of market capitalization. Market capitalization, or market cap, is a simple metric based on stock price. You can calculate a company's market cap by multiplying the number of its shares outstanding by the current price of a single share. The example it gives here, a company with 50 million shares and a stock price of $100 per share would have a market cap of 5 billion. So again, the same logic, XRP with a circulator, with a total supply of 100 billion, with a price at $10 in this instance would be $1 trillion, but that does not mean it would require $1 trillion or $500 billion to hit that market cap. It just means the last sale needs to be at that price. So I've done a spreadsheet here. Excuse my my technicolor dream coat of a spreadsheet, but I realized on my last videos, without a cursor visible on the screen, which there isn't when I record my videos, it's hard to differentiate the columns, so I've made this all colorful to make it easy. So just a really, really simple spreadsheet. Took me about 5 minutes. What I've done is I've assumed some sort of simple points. The units we're buying $100 worth in column A there in the clear column on the left. So every month we're buying $100. I've done this for 100 months to keep the math simple. Yeah. Day one, the purchase price in yellow is $1 a coin. Yeah. So again, column C, the peachy pinky color, $100 would buy you 100 units of the coin. Let's call it XRP for simplicity's sake. It would buy you 100 XRP if the price was $1 and you put $100 in. Yep. This is the important column in green, the sales inflow, the accumulated unit sales, the inflow, $100. Now, of course, this spreadsheet is assuming only I'm buying every month and no one else buys XRP, but we need to keep it simple. The message, the maths, the calculation is what's important here, not the realistic assumption that only one guy's buying XRP. So then in the orange color, we've got the average price, the average purchase price of XRP, and the total supply over there in red. This number is irrelevant to anything, really. 100 billion is what XRP's total supply is. I'm buying 100 XRP a month, not 100 billion. I'm buying 100 a month. This number is irrelevant to us. Just like right now, market cap or total supply is irrelevant to anything, really, Because the simple fact of the matter is, unless someone were about to buy every single XRP in one go, it doesn't really matter. Where it matters is when it comes to calculating market cap, and I'm about to show you that market cap doesn't really matter as significantly as people think. Sales or inflow is what really matters, and inflow is not nearly as high as market cap ever, really. So going back to this then, I'm going to flow all the way down to the bottom of this spreadsheet. So month 100, what we have is here on the purchase price, I've been rising it at 10% a month actually, or 10% every time I buy, just because that makes it easy. Yeah, obviously we're assuming inflation over time. The 100 doesn't have to be months, it can be any period of time, it can be quarters, weeks, days, years, whatever you want. I'm assuming a 10% growth in between just to show how this works. So by the time we get to point 100, month 100 we'll call it, the price of XRP has risen from $1 to $2.91, 6670142 if you want the full number, but $2.92, let's call it to be really, really simple. Yep. Then going back up here, this is the number of units we bought. So every month with $100 in a rising price, I buy fewer units, don't I? Simple economies of scale. The higher the price goes, I get less of my money every month. So at the end of this period, I bought 5,053 units and 0.25, 5,853 and a quarter units in that pink column C. Yep. Now, this is the important part. This is my sales inflow, $100 a month, regardless of price and average purchase price and total supply. The inflow is $100 a month. So at the end of 100 months, my inflow is $10,000, isn't it? 100 times 100. Next important one here is the average price I've bought. So this shows you a little bit why that market cap number is flawed as well. Average price, so $1 in month 1, so the average price was 1. Went up to $1.10 in column B, the yellow column, row 3, $1.1, and therefore my average is 1.05 because it's the 1 plus the 1.1 divided by the 2 gives me a 1.05 average price. I've averaged that all the way down. So the average price across the board was $1.855836844 per unit. Now remember, the total price or the final price today is $2.92 almost, $2.9166. The average price is $1.85. Now, market cap tells me here that the amount of money that is held in XRP today, based on that last sale price of $2.9166, is, what would that be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 digits. So we're going to 291,667,14,250 is the market cap of XRP, assuming an XRP price of $2.91. $291 billion. And our friend that again was misunderstood before said it's impossible for XRP to hit $10 because it would require $500 billion. In this case, it's impossible to hit $2.91 because it would require $291 billion of inflow to XRP. But that is not the case here, is it? Because the inflow is $10,000. We know that because I've only put $100 in every month for 100 months. Market cap is a flawed measurement. It doesn't tell us anything, guys. It just doesn't. It's used for stocks to, yeah, Apple's bigger than Microsoft because Apple's got a share price of that divided by that many. It has a small use, a tiny use. But in these particular scenarios, when I see people say you couldn't get a $10 XRP, it would require $1 trillion of inflow. Not true. You couldn't get $100 of XRP, it would require 10 trillion or a quadrillion, whatever the numbers might be. Not true. Market cap's almost irrelevant. It's one of the worst yardsticks for measuring any real value. When we look at stock prices, Apple being a great example, Apple shares are worth A, the number of shares are B, that gives Apple a market cap of C. Does that tell you anything about Apple's actual sustainability? the value of the company? What about the debts they've got? What about the staff that they just made redundant? What about the staff's Christmas bonuses coming up? What about the profit and loss this month compared to last month? What about the tax they're about to pay next year under a new tax regime after the election with a new government? All these things affect the value of an Apple share. Market cap just tells you what the last sale price was and what the current market total supply is. And it doesn't mean anything. So going back to that point, guys, is it realistic that XRP is going to hit $10 in the next month or two? I don't know. Probably not, in my opinion. I think $1. I think $2. I don't think $10 next month. This bull run, perhaps, in the next 5 years, absolutely. Will it require 500 billion, or in this, the accurate case, $1 trillion to get there? No. No, it won't. It will require the last sale to be worth $50 to give you a $5 trillion market cap. But market cap doesn't mean anything. It just doesn't mean anything, guys. Anyway, I hope that all makes sense. As I say, if the chap is watching, I don't mean to call you out, not at all. You just happen to be the person that I disagreed with, and I just wanted to make this point on the video because I do not think market cap is this limiting factor that everyone else seems to think it is when it comes to the world. It just isn't. It just isn't. It's a reasonably useful way of measuring what the last few sales were compared with the market supply, or the total supply of an asset. It doesn't tell you how much money needed to flow in. $1,000 XRP. There is enough money in the world. There absolutely is enough money in the world for XRP to be worth $1,000. That doesn't mean I think it's a realistic price target, but there is enough money in the world. There just is. There's quadrillions of dollars floating out there in derivatives and things. There is enough money. Whether XRP gets it or not is a completely different conversation. Anyway, I hope that makes sense, guys. I hope that brought a little bit of value, and I hope it means next time you read somebody say XRP could never hit a certain value because of market cap, because of inflow, then you can look at it with a slightly different view, slightly more optimistic view, because market cap doesn't restrict. Like all these things, there are restrictions on market cap. It accurately points out parts of it, but it doesn't restrict us in the way that some people out there think. Guys, I hope that made sense. I've been going on for 17 minutes, and I normally try and keep it as short as possible. So if you like what I said today, please do pop a like, subscribe on the channel. Please do ask me any questions you have. If you disagree with what I say, please tell me you disagree. Any criticism, any constructive criticism, in fact, any criticism, constructive or not, is welcome. I always welcome comments for you guys so that we can, between us, put our brains together and come up with the best overall think tank. That's what these platforms are for. That's what social media is for. If I can educate someone and someone can educate me and I can pass it on to someone else, we all become smarter. And that's what we want, guys. So I really do hope that helped. Thank you very much for sticking with me for 18 minutes. I'm going to leave you to it. It's the weekend. Have a great time for the rest of the weekend, guys. And we'll speak again soon. All the best, Nick.